the stare of the champion against the challenger. Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Wait a minute!
5, 4. What's going on, y'all? This your boy Celeb. This your boy, the Living Katana. We here live. You know how it is all the time. Wrestling Unleashed podcast. Whoop. And we here, y'all.
Yes,
What's going on with it, bro? What's going on with it, bro? How you doing today?
Good, bro. How about you?
Oh, man, you know, just living, man. Getting off this nice little 9 to 5 and getting onto this thing right here, man. You know, just trying to get to talking about some Raw and some WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? 41, you know.
Playing that main sponsor of WrestleMania 41. I see you.
Yeah, man. You know,
I'll hop
man.
with you right after the podcast, but I haven't figured out how to get the window situation right with the game while we're live.
Yeah, man. Over here on my screen,
10 times 1,000, bro. I was like, what the hell? I can only see like a corner of the game.
Yeah, man. It's a work of art for sure, but you got to get to making it work, man. But we gonna get something to where we all sitting around. We got the whole stream working with I think we're gonna probably go with like Streamlabs or something like that, and get the team going on Streamlabs so we can have a link, and we're gonna start having our
tournaments and shit.
Right. Yep. And that's what we about to do for everybody. Everybody be tuned in for that.
And the 2K League coming soon.
Yeah, the WWE 2K League's coming soon.
Wrestling Unleashed Championship.
Yes, sir. We got a lot coming in and a lot going out. We got merchandise. We got everything. We got, theme music. We got mixing and mastering if y'all need it. We got video editing if y'all need it for entrance videos and stuff like that. Cause so.
And we have very possibly might have might be brewing up a little bit of gimmicky wrestling related rap and R&B music, you know what I'm saying? Some hip hop and rap situation going on.
Absolutely. And I feel like, we got a lot going on, man, with this Wrestling Unleashed podcast, and we just need the support of everybody. Hopefully we can get the support of everybody because that's what we do need. We need that. We need that for sure.
But let's get right into it, bro.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm with it.
Our last episode, we last went live Saturday. Or actually, we went live Sunday, right? Before WrestleMania. Yeah, we went live Sunday before WrestleMania. Y'all got our predictions. We were a little off. You know what I'm saying? Most of the podcasts did get the call right, except me about Cena taking the belt.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
I was shockingly surprised with Dom winning the Intercontinental belt.
I was.
Again, I try to tell people, man, 9 times out of 10, you got to look at the person wearing white in the entrance. When they come out and they wearing, you know what I'm saying, something flashy and white, it might be a sign. Then you got
Braun Breaker was in there.
Let me talk about that before we get into Raw. Let me talk about I chose Penta in that match. That was my prediction. I knew in my head what I thought I knew was that Braun Breaker was going to win it. Regardless of our feelings for Penta, we all thought Braun was going to take that. I don't know how many people actually predicted Dirty Dom taking that belt. But man, that was I thought that was such a good finish on that match. I don't think there could have been, even if someone predicted something in that ballpark, there's no way they predicted it to happen in that fashion.
Yeah.
Dirty Dom going for the 619 when Balor had his back turned and Finn Balor catching his legs both at the same time and then proceeding to mud stomp a fucking hole in his ass on the ground.
Yeah.
And he just start serving sling blades like hot fucking slices of pizza.
Yeah, Finn Balor comes back as the demon.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
He comes back as the demon.
I was actually just watching his entrance.
Yeah, he
At WrestleMania 30,
33.
33 or 34 maybe. But yeah, that entrance was phenomenal, and that's the Finn Balor that we all want to see again.
Absolutely.
Not this weird heel turn gimmicky, funny thing that they're trying to go with.
I mean, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to make it to wherever you.
And who knows that he didn't want to try that angle? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he wanted to try his hand in that angle. I don't know. I don't know the situation. But I do know, like I said, in my gut, thought that Braun was gonna win. In my heart, you know what I'm saying, as a fan, I'm like, just give Penta a singles belt run already before summer, and then in the summertime sometime introduce the Lucha Bros into WWE as a tag team. But who knows?
The loser bros, because that's what they are at WrestleMania right now.
That's what I'm saying. We need motherfucking Ray Phoenix and Penta on the same tag team. And honestly, we need the Usos back together. Give us main event Usos. Give Jimmy his own main event. You know what I'm saying? His own main event status and arc. And then fucking put him back in a tag team situation. Give them both the title. Give Jimmy the motherfucking WWE title.
No, they need to go ahead and bring in that United States Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, that'd be a good one, bro.
Yeah, they need to just go ahead and just bring that in.
All in all, night 2, in my opinion, was kind of lackluster.
Both nights was lackluster. This is possibly one of the worst WrestleManias to date.
A lot of people disliked it. I thought
there was no run up.
It could have been booked better.
It could have most definitely been, but it feels like everything that Vince McMahon, everybody's saying, "Oh, Vince McMahon." No, but if you notice, this is all of the end of Vince McMahon's storylines. All of them.
I told you, bro. I said that weeks ago. I was like, how many storylines has Triple H really started?
He hasn't started anything until Monday night. And
that's what I was telling Christopher too, who he was very adamant about wasn't trying to name drop on there.
Oh, we name dropping on here.
But he was very adamant about Vince McMahon being out of the picture of WWE. And I was like, he might be out of the public eye, but Vince McMahon will never be out of the picture.
Hey, so this is what I think. Now, I may be wrong because I have
he's only out of the picture, finger quotes, because of the allegations he was facing.
Now, look at this. This is what I think.
He doesn't want to tie his name to his billion-dollar empire that he's built from the ground up. He doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all his storylines.
That's his baby, bro. He ain't leaving that baby. You know what I'm saying?
It's like he may not be leaving, but all his storylines just finished up. So now I feel like it's now up to Triple H to like kind of prove himself as the chief, executive producer. Like now you don't have any more of Vince McMahon's storylines. All of Vince McMahon's storylines are all dead now.
What they need to stop. What they need to realize is doing things like what. Even though I'm a big. Okay, we might as well get into Raw, right? Because a lot of people, seems like the general consensus is in the IWC is that Monday Night Raw was better than WrestleMania.
It was.
I will say certain things on Raw Monday popped more than other certain things on night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. I think there was good things from both nights of WrestleMania, but I also think there was really bad things in both nights of WrestleMania.
What was great for me was that Braun Breaker joined forces with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. And I already called it. Remember, I called it. Lyra Valkyria got turned on immediately.
Yep.
It was immediate, like I knew it was going to be, because I have a feeling. Here's my theory. My thesis is that the first ever Paul Heyman woman is going to be Becky Lynch.
That is the general theory among the wrestling fans right now.
I believe that wholeheartely.
They're saying that not only that, but this will be the modern day dangerous alliance.
Yeah. And I believe that right there is
Was it
gonna,
Danger? I think it was Danger.
maybe, but they're going to be this alliance is going to be the best alliance, and it's going to create a whole bunch of different storylines, a whole bunch of new avenues for Triple H and Paul Heyman to create.
Dangerous Alliance. That's what it was.
Yeah. And they're going to create a lot of long-term storylines from this. You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be like the NWO? No, it's not going to be as big as
I think it's going to be like the Dangerous Alliance, bro, from AWA, ECW, and WCW. Paul Heyman's had this faction multiple times, and I think he's making a new one right now, and we're going to see Seth and Becky on the same faction with the powerhouse Braun Breaker on the faction. That's an unbelievable faction already. And I think
they got one more. They got one more to add to that faction then.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more players. I think you're going to see they really don't need another powerhouse, but I think you're going to see either a small person, small, fast, agile person.
Sami Zayn.
I don't think Sammy will join. Sammy's too baby faced.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought if there was going to be any chance that he was going to turn, it was going to be when he was coming out to congratulate Jay.
He didn't. I think it stayed true.
Which I thought that segment was awesome too. That's the long-term storytelling that WWE does do really good and well on.
That's facts.
There was a lot to take from Monday Night Raw. Liv and Raquel taking the belts back
for the fourth time against a not even a real team. Like, they need to get this team shit together in WWE.
And I mean,
right team together.
And I mean, this kind of makes what I think is going to happen if Cody's stepping out is a work and not real.
It's a work. He's most definitely just
hoping it's a work. Most things are works. I'm hoping that we're now going to see a feud with Cena and Orton. And Orton is going to be Cena's last match, his retirement match. This last feud between him and Orton is going to retire Cena.
And then that's going to make for a feud between.
And then I think Cody is either going to come back and openly challenge him, or possibly heel turn while underneath him. Like you know what I'm saying, play off the whole they're friends. Randy Orton's a mentor to him.
I think Randy Orton would go back as a heel before.
Him.
I think Randy Orton turns a heel before Cody Rhodes ever turns a heel.
And then we see a heel run from Cody in WWE. Because remember, he's the American Nightmare. He's not the American Dream.
That is true.
And
he was not the first American
Randy Orton already stated on.
Hold on.
Yeah, right.
Let's not. A lot of people think you think his shit, but you might want to go check his brother Dustin Rhodes. He was the real American Nightmare.
But
song and everything.
What was I getting at with that?
About
but
him.
now we're gonna see. We already seen that Randy Orton said that he wanted Cody Rhodes to be his retirement match.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what we're gonna see. We're gonna see Randy Orton retire Cena, and then we're gonna see Cody Rhodes come back and retire Orton.
Yep.
And I'm really curious to see who's gonna retire AJ, because he's also been voiced for us on interviews recently about retiring before 50.
It's got to be somebody along the lines like
I'm thinking honestly,
Christopher Daniels comes to WWE just for a WWE appearance for one night and retires the AJ Styles.
it's gonna be something super significant.
Yeah. I would say Finn Balor.
I mean, if he wasn't in AEW, I'd say Samoa Joe.
Yeah. I would say Joe, but then again, you got, like I said, Christopher Daniels or Samoa Joe, and they're both in AEW.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who could
Finn Balor,
be in the roster.
Tama Tonga. Most definitely Finn Balor. Bala.
Well, you would kind of want it to be someone that he has history with.
He has history with Finn Balor. Don't you remember they wrestled a lot in New Japan? Are you kidding me?
Most of the people he has history with are in other promotions.
He has history he has history with Finn Balor.
Honestly, Hiroshi Tanahashi's on his retirement tour. That'd be a crazy match to retire both of them.
But they're not going to do it because they'd have to do it in a dark match, and like an independent dark match.
Okay. They could have the rematch from
Shinsuke Nakamura. That's right.
Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom 10.
Wrestle Kingdom 10. Yeah, that's right.
That would be dope.
Shinsuke come out to its old theme song.
I think that's probably the most ideal current WWE roster retirement match for him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That could be on a big stage too. Like, you'd have to make that match on a big stage. You couldn't just do that on the weekly flagship show. You'd have to make the pay-per-view main event.
You know, WWE, they don't care about none of that if it's not Seth Rollins and them.
Also, Rusev returning, which we all knew that was just a matter of time. When was it going to happen? In my opinion,
the ringside was more interesting than Rusev's.
Right. In my opinion, though, could have been better, but at the same time, I do kind of feel like Otis is kind of a good matchup for him because they're both kind of like that gimmicky strongman type. You know what I'm saying?
Otis most definitely is going to be, and then it's going to be Lana and Maxine Dupree getting into it, which is going to cause for the first ever intergender tag match, and you know Rusev is going to end up clotheslining Maxine Dupree.
I could see that.
Yeah, man, something's going to happen to where that intergender match is going to bring in the first time in a long time a woman and a man getting into altercation, where, you know, all these banned moves and stuff that WWE always has, like, it's just, you know. That's my guy, Kim Dong Hwan.
How did you feel about the long coffin choke after the choke that Gunther put Pat in.
I
Wait,
think
Pat.
they're trying their best to build these stories, and they have no choice but to involve a bunch of different other people because it starts a fresh feeling. I think they did a good job with Gunther and Pat, you know, with the Michael Cole situation. I feel like it's a good thing. It's fresh. It's a
Pat
new start.
McAfee has some acting skills to him.
Yeah, he does. But who's
But
gonna cough though? You
what
don't
that
cough.
cough was hilarious, bro. That was the endless. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can cough from being choked, but
No. I'm talking about
it was the endless. It was the
right.
endless cough
That's
for
what I'm
me. That
talking
shit
about. The
lasted
Ugh.
so long, and then him like dramatically getting down to his hands and knees took me out the game. Like,
I was like, yo.
yeah, he was ODing on that choke. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
but
about.
what I think's hilarious about it is which I mean, as he should, because you have the previous world heavyweight champion just tried to choke you out and you didn't tap. That was the whole purpose of that, was that Gunther tapped,
And he didn't.
but Pat McAfee didn't,
Yeah, Gunther tapped immediately.
which is a crazy way to bury Gunther. A
Yeah.
crazy way to bury Gunther, because
Yeah. But it's not gonna bury him because his
putting a
momentum has been bad.
commentator over a world champion like that is kind of wild, in my opinion.
But he ain't gonna last. He's not gonna, he ain't gonna be able to beat him in
And
no
I
match.
also feel like if they don't do exactly what I said with Cena, Orton, and Cody, I feel like they purposely buried Cody otherwise. Because
I don't think they buried Cody. I feel like what they're about to do as well, they're about to get rid of that title belt. And they're about to bring in a new generation of belts, a new generation.
I
John
mean, I
Cena,
know they need to
belt,
bring back the
no
hardcore
more
belt.
record. Listen, no more
We
record.
need that hardcore belt back.
Hey, but
We
listen, there
need
ain't
that
no more.
cruiserweight belt back.
Yeah, but you got to check this out though. There's no more record now after John Cena's belt. Nobody got that. That's what he's trying to do, at least.
Right.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to stop it right at him. There's no more record.
That's the work of it.
Now it's a work, yes. He's not gonna. That's not gonna happen because now Randy Orton's gonna be number 13. Randy Orton's having number 13. Cody Rhodes is gonna be number 2. He's gonna be having his number 2. That's another reason why you ain't supposed to just hold the belt forever. I mean, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to hold the belt forever, but it always feels good to see different champions hold the belt. Hey, give them the belt for like 3 months, 2-3 months. You know what I mean? Let them win the belt again. That's even better. I like seeing multiple champ. Like, I'm kind of glad that John Cena got that 17 out the way, man. We've been seeing Ric Flair for so long, like for years. Like as long as I've been alive, it's been Ric Flair. My grandpa was alive. It was Ric Flair.
Did you watch the new Busted Open masterclass with Ric Flair?
Nah, man, I didn't see that.
That he is a legend. He's just
Of course he is.
he is a complete open book. His book is so open that the fucking pages are flying off the fucking bind. That shit is
That's Ric Flair, man.
it was great.
Woo. Woo.
Yeah, he's a king by nature.
Yeah, man. I think, one thing that I'm hoping for though is that this alliance that they're building, okay, it really does do something. It makes some moves in the WWE landscape. It brings in the better atmosphere, like the younger wrestlers,
Right.
because it's time to start building them. Like,
yeah, we need some big storylines, man. We need some chaos in the back. More chaos in the back. More brawls. More throwing each other into the crowd and fighting around the fans. More of all that.
And all those young guys are hungry. Let them do it. They're hungry, just like Seth Rollins and all them was when they were younger, when they was coming up, just like Randy Orton and John Cena was when they was coming up, when we was growing up.
'Cause honestly, man, I'm a wrestling fan, man, primarily. Don't get me wrong, I like the sports entertainment side, but we're all here because we love pro wrestling.
Right.
So we need more pro wrestlers pro wrestling and doing less sports entertainment and less taking up the shows with recaps and montages made out of segments we just seen last week. You know what I'm saying? Give us some new material. It could be as simple as a comedy skit in a locker room. It could be as simple as a segment from someone's PJ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give us a segment of Logan on his PJ. Give us a segment of any of these people in their rooms. You know what I'm saying? The bigwigs get their own rooms. Jay has his own room. You know
Oh yeah, he's the champion.
Gunther has his own room.
Yeah, he's a champion.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta. Some of these writers and stuff just ain't taking advantage of the resources and surprise elements they could be utilizing around them. You have so much to work with.
I wish they would just, give the opportunity to a lot more people. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Give the opportunity to these young guys.
Right.
Like you bring them, and then you bring them up from NXT, and then you bury them. Like, come on, like,
right.
Stop it. Like, you have a lot of talent. Like,
and you have a lot of nostalgia and faction names and titles and monikers that you could be reusing in the new era with the new roster members to capitalize on that old nostalgia.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Kind of like with Chad Gable being little Kurt Angle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true. You can make him a champion. But yeah, man. So what else we got going on, man? We got a cast we throwing tomorrow as well, y'all.
Yeah, and also speaking of Chad Gable, none of us predicted that.
Nah.
Well, actually, some people might have, because some people were saying, ain't no way Rey Fenix or Penta gonna win their first Mania match.
We knew that was not gonna happen.
Right. So that kind of, but I honestly think, I hope and think that Rey Mysterio wasn't actually injured. And
I really think he was.
It definitely, if that was a sell, he sold it the most realistic way I've seen anyone sell an injury.
Yeah.
But and if it was real, you know what I'm saying?
Man, please don't let it be.
Speedy recovery, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Hope all as well.
Facts.
But yeah, it just kind of seemed like it was very well scripted, like the match and the spots and the way that Rey Fenix got injured off of the
a kick off the top rope to the head.
Off the running rope kick. I forget what it's actually called, but yeah, hitting the steel plate in El Grande Americano's mask, and I just feel like it was a really great play off the gimmick and a really great finish to the match, and the whole setup at the beginning and kind of reassured, kind of enforced my prediction on that we'll see Viking go in a match this coming week or very soon. I'm predicting tomorrow night he will have a match with El Grande Americano, possibly for the you know what I'm saying. I think he's maybe even gonna try to take his mask off.
He might do a mask versus mask match at a pay-per-view real soon too. So
because
that's what Rey Fenix does. He does
we have a bunch of luchadors and you have someone who's disrespecting luchador culture.
Right. He gonna take that shit off.
Yeah. So I think you're gonna see Rey Fenix is gonna be out with an injury for a short period of time from kicking that steel plate in the mask, and then Vikingo is gonna step up and challenge El Grande Americano this week at SmackDown to kind of get avenge him.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, shit. We gonna have a stream tomorrow night anyway, around 6:30, y'all. What else we got going on before we,
Sure.
Because I know we went through a lot tonight already.
Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff, man. We got the merch rolling out soon. We got the video game stream rolling out soon. We got the WUC 2K League rolling out soon, which will be a live league where we will have we plan to have it casted live with live commentary as well, commentating the matches.
Yes, sir.
And then more than likely, the players themselves will actually, matter of fact, they will have to stream the matches. If you're participating in this league, you will have to stream every match and or record it.
And
So
there
we
will
have
also
proof of the outcome and proof that you weren't using any cheats or any exploits or anything like that.
And then there'll also be, times where there's AI versus AI matches too, where you just, you'll see what we have throwing up on here on the back screen. But most of the matches that we'll be having in the league will be, player versus player.
Yes, sir. We will be having a all created wrestler original call roster. We will have original WUC titles. We will have original WUC pay-per-view events that will avoid live programs and flagship shows and products the best we can. And we'll also have lots of bonus content rolling out. We're going to be doing lots of streams like the one tomorrow.
Yes.
In between our normal scheduled program.
Yep.
This is just the bare bones. This is ground zero. Wrestling Unleashed podcast is going to be evolving and growing daily. We have a ever growing team and cast and panel. We have many people behind the scenes on the team that haven't been introduced on camera yet or on the podcast.
That's a fact.
And we have lots of talent and networking going on in the independent wrestling scene, and even with some pros, we're trying to get in there, trying to give y'all some inside scoops. We're trying to become a platform that not only brings a positive impact to the independent wrestling community and scene, but to the whole wrestling community and international scene as well. We're looking for Wrestling Unleashed podcast to be a brand name and staple in all wrestling fans' algorithm.
That's a real
talk. We're very passionate about this. We all have childhood nostalgia from watching wrestling and, 90s babies, 80s babies, so it's kind of the vibes you can expect with us sometimes. We might, some of us are more into the Attitude Era, as most of us are.
Yeah.
That's the wrestling we grew up on.
Yep.
Not saying we didn't grow up on WWF and WCW before that.
Most definitely did.
But the Attitude Era was it, man. And we'll probably even be doing some streams. I think it'd be cool to do some throwback streams and maybe find a way to get No Mercy on the PC or on something going, or some SmackDown. You
Here
know what I'm
comes
saying?
Banging or something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. But 2K will be our main focus, as will arcade fighting games like SNK, Capcom.
And if you didn't know, we were just playing that Fatal Fury.
Yes,
You know, the City of Wolves. That's the new game that just dropped, y'all. That
Go
from
grab it. It's still on early access. Actually, I think it drops today, doesn't it?
it drops today, so you don't
It
have to get the
drops
early
today.
access. You can just get it. You can just go and grab it. But hey, you will enjoy it. I'm gonna tell you, because that's what we were just playing. Like we were saying, most of our games, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter 6, Fatal Fury, Blaze Blue.
Yes, sir.
What is
Grand
that?
Blue Fantasy versus Rising.
Guilty Gear. We play it all. We're gonna have it all here.
Drive, Melty Blood, everything, man. The new Iron Saga versus I'll probably be streaming at some point. Still trying to get this guy up here on it, but you know what I'm saying? Not everyone's cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Little Gundam guys ain't everyone's cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm a huge anime fan. It's kind of incorporated a lot into my wrestling persona and our faction gimmick. That will be bursting on the indie scene hopefully sometime within the next year.
Yes, sir.
Probably early next year. Yeah, man, we're not only fans, we're pretty much the whole panel nearly is everyone you've seen on the panel so far nearly is involved in some sense or sort of fashion in the independent wrestling scene. We got Cam Diego Hill, who is a phenomenal high flying wrestler in the independent scene.
Absolutely.
Travels all over from Mexico to Maine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have Altman, who's in training. Me and Celeb are getting into training. Chris is getting into training. We got a lot going on, and a lot of these guests we're bringing on. That's you're gonna see reoccurring faces. You're gonna see familiar faces. We'll be bringing guests on for return episodes and casts, and yeah, we're just gonna be keeping it going, man. It's gonna. We're hoping to snowball effect this thing into something huge.
Absolutely. Well, y'all, peep it in for 6:30 tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow evening, we're gonna be back on with y'all before, talking about SmackDown, our predictions and everything, and we're also gonna be talking about AEW Dynamite and everything like that we're gonna be going through. Don't forget that we talk about everything around here. Wrestling Unleashed podcast is Wrestling Unleashed podcast. Talk about everything wrestling that's unleashed right here on this podcast. And if there's nothing else, hey, for the living katana, this is your boy, Celeb. We'll see y'all tomorrow night at 6:30. Until then, y'all be smooth. Be safe out there.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yes, sir.
At the stare of the champion against the challenger. No,